Hey, it's Joel, and it's time to give you an update on personal protective equipment and 3D printing it, and how the Prusa one is awesome, and the 3D Workstand one is awesome, and this new one that I've made is awesome, and it allows you to stack it easily. We'll get into all of that, and we're gonna do it right here on 3D Printing Nerd. Welcome back. Look, it is the desk of PPE. These are all 3D printed face shield components. Some of them are recognizable, some of them maybe not. Let's go through it and talk about how this spacer comes into play and what I did to mitigate it. So first, there is this. Pretty in pink. This is the 3D Workstand model, and this is one that I showed off in that previous video, one of the ones where my nurse friend was able to take this to her ER shift and wear it. It's fantastic because it has attachment points, 6 of them around, and it fits onto your head without any extra hardware. No doubt I look fantastic at this point, and I love this, but this whole pattern requires the use of this. This is a spacer. This was created so that you could use a standard US 3-hole punch and offset the holes either way to get this hole pattern. And I'll show you how that works because I've had some questions about that. This is a 3-hole punch. This was acquired from the Goodwill back in 2014 for $4.99. Still works to this day. What you want to do first is set it up so that center hole right here is in the center of the medium that you're punching. I showcased these in the last episode. These are just overhead transparency sheets. You can use these or binder covers or whatever. They look like this. I don't know if you can see it. It's the same color as Wonder Woman's invisible jet. Was that a dad joke? First, what you want to do, slide this into your 3-hole punch and just confirm that that center hole is in the center of your material. And what's great is it's got this little bracket off to the side that allows you to set it. So just judging, it looks like it's in the center of the material. This is good. This is in the right spot, and you're now set up to use this spacer. Remove the material and add the spacer to this little offset bracket thingy on the side. I'm gonna push it. There we go. There it is. You're now set up to do this properly. So when you insert the material now, because you've set it up correctly, all you need to do is butt the material up against the spacer and punch. And then flip it over. This offset that one hole the correct way. So now what we need to do is punch another hole, offset the other way. I can take this, put it aside. And now what we've got is 6 holes that are compatible with this. And now I'll do a live demonstration where I attach this to the holes, and we'll see how proper this goes. It just takes a little bit of effort. Oh, see, it came off those.
Yeah, it came off.
Center holes. Okay, I'm getting there. Oh, so close. Haha! I've done it. Now we have a fully functional 3D Workstand US 3-hole punch compatible face shield. And ready? There we go. Some people asked how it worked with my glasses. It works just fine. Some people asked about if my nose got in the way, and while I am gifted with a rather large nose, it works just fine. It doesn't fog up. I've had a lot of really good feedback on this face shield, and it's worked really well. The problem is, you saw what it took for me to put this together, and this is in a controlled environment. Imagine someone in an emergency department or in healthcare, someone who's wanting to do this rather quickly, having to put this on after having to configure and properly add a spacer. That could take up valuable time. And the thing we don't want to do is burden any healthcare worker. We want to let them do their job as efficiently as possible. And this, unfortunately, while it is a fantastic solution, it can add to a burden. And so that's where, here we go, that's where this came into play. So Eric from 3D Workstand made a 3-post visor, and I actually have it pre-punched. This is one of those sheets, pre-punched with 3 holes. I'm having problems.
I can tell, man.
This is terrible.
It's performance anxiety.
It must be. So here we go. This is now the 3-hole punch version of the 3D Workstand face shield, and it looks great, but if you notice, it's kind of off a little bit, and it can go off quite a bit. This happens because we're taking 3 holes around a non-linear or regular or smooth surface. And so because there's a bend in the plastic right here and right here, it can rack back and forth. And while this doesn't seem like that big of a deal, you just need to pull it down and you're good to go. If someone's in an emergency situation, or if someone's wearing this for 8 to 10 hours a day in a stress-filled environment, the last thing you want to do is worry about, oh, my face shield is kind of off a little bit. Oh wait. We don't want to do that. Now let's go over here. So this is the, I don't know why I put that down there. Let's put that right back. This is the Prusa designed face shield, and it uses 1, 2, 3, 4 holes. It is not a US standard hole punch that makes these holes. A lot of times you can laser cut the holes, but it sits on your face like this. I don't actually have a hole pattern fit to this. But luckily, what Prusa and his team did is made a US version, 1, 2, 3 posts. And because it's a smooth surface, I have to tell you, it goes on pretty darn easy. That was a lot easier.
Yeah, it was.
Now watch this. Fits on the head like this. You put some sort of elastic or headband or rubber band back here, and it holds onto your face. And even though it's 3 punches, it doesn't rock back and forth. That's fantastic. It really reduces the burden and it makes it more reliable. So now, here's the thought that I had. I love the way that the Prusa face shield model can hold the plastic visor to the face with only 3 holes. It works really great, but it requires extra hardware. So I love the 3D Workstand model because that visor can hold onto my head really reliably without using any extra hardware. So I want some of that, and I want some of that. And that's why I came up with the Manta Ray. How was that for an intro?
I like that.
That was good. The Manta Ray, well, the idea behind the Manta Ray is actually quite simple. I wanted the smooth front of the Prusa with the 3 posts, and I wanted the ability for the 3D Workstand headset or visor to sit on my face. And it looks like that. Not too shabby. In fact, because it's the Prusa model of the front, the 3-hole punch goes on rather easily. And, ready? Not bad, right? Not bad. It holds on great. You might be asking yourself, Joel, why is it called a Manta Ray? And the reason is simple. After I printed my first one, I took it downstairs and I asked my kids, hey kids, what should I call this? What does it look like? And my daughter Riley said, Daddy, you should call it a Manta Ray. Okay, and that's how it got its name. It actually looks like a man walking, look at that.
It's the George Lucas way of naming things.
Is the people gonna die?
Whoa, boy.
You almost got us killed. Are you brainless?
I speak.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
That's all cool and dandy, and I'm glad I was able to show you that. It's available at prusaprinters.org. Just search for Manta Ray. There will be a link in the description as well. Now though, what people are doing is stacking their 3D prints, and they're stacking their face shields. If you put 1 or 2 on a build plate, that's great. But what if you can stack them higher and higher? You could get more on a build plate, your printer will run for longer, and you don't have to tend to it as often. And the idea behind stacking is you have this tiny little layer in between each print that acts as a gap, almost like the print before it is a raft for the print above it. It's kind of interesting. And it looks like this, or like this, or like this. These are stacked. And I'd like to show you how to stack them. And well, now you have your choice because I'm going to show you in 4 different 3D printer slicers. Over here, you've got Cura. Find out how to stack in Cura. Down here, that's ideaMaker, and you can learn how to stack in ideaMaker. Click here if you'd like to learn how to stack in Simplify3D. And right down there, that's me showing you how to stack in Prusa Slicer. Those are your options. Go ahead and pick one. Just pick one. Just pick one.